Hey, Rattle. I'm sick of covering this Logan Paul guy, but this liquid marketplace needs to be looked into. I hope you can do it. I think you'll be the right guy for the job.
Thank you very much, Coffee, for believing in me. Hey guys, welcome back. It's time. It is time to go through some more liquid marketplace stuff. I know we got a lot of new viewers here, so we're going to do a super quick recap of everything I've covered already in the past. They like to refer to me as the liquid marketplace boogeyman. Months with no Instagram posts, Ryan constantly on vacation, liquid marketplace ripping off their users, but even more so the investors from what I'm seeing. Ryan deleting Instagram posts, went private on his account because he was worried about me seeing his stuff. Changing titles, they had co-founders, CEOs, etc. The titles don't matter. A lot of people are there. They probably have a title that they don't really do that position. We had Ryan, co-founder Ryan, threatening to hang up with the mention of previous Logan Paul rug pulls. Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he want to talk about those with me? We had the fake case. Ryan and Logan both didn't want to talk about it. Ryan wanted to let on that it wasn't on there. It was on there. It was going on there. It didn't make it on there. They had to open it because yours truly made videos about it. Drew getting removed from the team. We had interactions on social media very low, and a number of users probably very fake. Single digit likes on comments, Instagram comments, 8 people in a monthly Q&A, even when they're giving stuff away for being there. They shut down the Discord because it was too negative. 18 people signed up for signed Logan slab giveaways. Like, when you can't give stuff away and make people show up, it makes me feel like you don't really have anyone that's using the platform. At least not that many people. You might have had a couple people that you duped. Logan advertising was removed at one point and back after I made a video about it. Very convenient. Liquid Marketplace pretended to purchase a consignment company. It was Slab Shark's Karn's eBay account with 1,000 feedback. Very classy. He confirmed with us that didn't happen. We got a bunch of liars here. We got some liars. Pants on fires. Failed box break of Ryan's personal Neo Genesis box. He sold his reverse legendary collection Zard through Slab Sharks. Rules on the platform that are changed on a whim at their discretion whenever they feel like it. An example being the percentage of tokens that can be retained on an item. We have Avic, one of their spokespeople, who leaked that there are held back tokens. That's a no-no. That's a oh my god, what are they doing? Missing staff from the website. Some were gone but weren't removed. Customers with extreme difficulty to cash out. No estimates on payout timing. Large auction platforms that always provide that is who they were using to sell their stuff. You should be able to give an estimate. It's wild that they couldn't. Most of the items. Some of the items not very tokenized. Never tokenized. Never turned into tokens until I make videos about it. And then they make them very late. It's weird how the platform can operate on tokens that don't exist. You claim it's the way that it should be done, but you never even make the tokens for them. Alright, we have a liquid marketplace that was out of both Toronto and Florida. We have Ryan was only paving driveways for his dad previously. He claimed that he was in real estate and a software developer of some kind. An experience in a podcast thing, little interview thing that he did with someone else. Ryan's vacations, designer clothes, trophy girls, jewelry, sports cars. My God, he loves to spend what is almost certainly investor money, and we're going to be looking at a lot of that today. Are you guys ready? Okay, so first thing we're gonna cover is the salaries. What kind of money was being dumped into these peeps? And then we're gonna kind of look at a broader topic of spending, expenses, all that kind of fun stuff. Like the really fun stuff that you'd spend a ton of money on if you were mega rich to the extreme. But first, let's take a quick look at this clip where Shine confirms that he is making $140,000. And that also Karn is being paid. It'd be cool to know all the salaries involved, all the people that are getting paid, how much has been paid out. But this will give us at least a good idea of what's going on here.
Anything going.
Okay, so they were paying like
You know what I mean?
giant
Like,
salaries to you and the other guys. Was yours
they
was
paid,
yours 140,000?
no, hell no.
Okay, that's what I heard. I also heard that Karn was jealous that you were getting a salary and he wasn't.
No, 140,000. Wait, hold on. 12,000 a month. Yeah, something like that. But
Okay.
they never paid me the full term.
Okay, yeah.
In the beginning, they were paying me.
stopped
This
paying
is
you.
what Karn doesn't know. They were paying me and my guys, and they were paying Karn. They were paying everybody. Like
Okay.
in the beginning, it was a legit company,
Mm-hmm.
and apparently, I thought it was legit the whole time. They ended up
When did they stop paying you?
not being able. They weren't able to do business. They weren't able to sell anything, so they stopped paying everybody.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you just, and it's fine. It's, who wants to accept money if they're not, if I'm investing this kind of money into their company, I don't want to bleed them.
Right.
I don't want their money, So one of the months I had a direct deposit sent to my guys, and Liquid didn't even tell me they weren't going to pay. And that money went out of my account, and I never got paid back for it either.
So yes, not only will people get a salary, but also people that are getting a salary can hire other people to get paid for some of the apparently subcontracted work. I don't know why Shine won't tell me who the ninjas are. The Shine's ninjas. They're referred to as Shine's ninjas. I don't know why it's secret. Why is it secret that the contractors are not? Why can we not know who they are? Why is it? Here's him talking about them.
All the key basketball, baseball cards, stuff like that with my little two guys. That was the plan. That was what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And who better than me to get assets?
Right.
Yet I went and rounded up some big-ass cards, some amazing pieces. And I literally, my friends trusted me, and I trusted Liquid, and I did it with them. And none of them, it didn't even come close to selling. So we had to take them back. My friends were like, what's going on? Nothing's, what's happening? And they're like, just give the cards back. I'm like, yeah, no, 100%. Took them back, gave the cards back. That was the end of it. Literally from that day forward, I wasn't involved in doing business with them anymore, like with any of that stuff,
If you guys have been tuned in, if you've been looking, you notice that some stuff likes to disappear, but thankfully we have articles like this. Nice little Business Insider Anthony, who posted a nice little recap, little funding. What was it? Raise funding proposal thing. Well, guess what? We got the Wayback Machine. Yes, there's some pictures missing. Oh my God, they had a lot of employees at that point in time. My God. Oh, and then they had Les. Again, shout out to Katarina, the ex trophy girl of Ryan. Again, very expensive women. I don't know how you do that when you're working on a budget. When you have a company that's failing, you would think that you'd probably want to get an affordable girlfriend. Not him though. Not Ryan. Never Ryan. So here's what we're at now. This is the current day and age of the platform. We have advisors. Again, apparently the advisors were getting paid too. As we heard, Karn was getting money, getting a salary. So at least according to Shine. So you would think that they all are, right? Now, if we take a look at this, the nice little slide here, the Liquid Marketplace founding team. So if we have Shine down here in the smaller bubble, and if he's making $140,000 a year, are we saying that all these other people in the same blue smaller bubble are probably making somewhere around that with more or less important roles? Again, we got the ex trophy girl here, Katarina, making an appearance. Very nice of her to do so. And yes, she was the director of marketing communications. When I talked to her, she couldn't tell me much about the company, much about Pokemon, much about sports, much about any of it. So I don't know how you market that when you don't know anything about the product. You don't know anything about anything related to the project, or you're letting on. It did very much seem like when I was talking to her that it was either being coached by Ryan, and basically she was just asking who I had talked to, which is pretty interesting. Now, yes, I did get blocked because we covered her and the conversations in a video. But again, it was going nowhere. It was either Ryan talking to me on her account, or she was relaying information back to Ryan, maybe in hopes that she could get back with him to get those sweet tendies. Now, more importantly, if we get back, we got to get back to the Rolodex here, the old Rolodex. We have Liana Falzone. That's a little interesting. So if we go to Amin's profile, Amin, again, one of the founders, president, and chairman. He is co-founder, whatever you want to call him. Again, they give themselves like 16 different titles, because why wouldn't you? Why, when you can make everything up, you might as well just go for it. Now, If we take a look at his pictures, oopsie doopsie. Wait a minute. That's his wife, right? Is that his wife? So he had his wife on payroll? Wait a minute. We go back here. That is Liana Falzone. I don't know whether they used a different last name, whether she hasn't changed her name, but I don't know if this was intentional, that to like hide the fact that he just has his wife on there as the chief compliance officer, which again it's a little bit weird to do that. It might not look like it at first glance, but yes, it's a Min's wife. And it's weird to have what looks like a salary soaking family member who clearly wasn't able to look after compliance. I mean, she likely wasn't expected to, if I had to guess, since they sold items without minting the tokens. You would think, where's the compliance in that? All right, we're not done yet. We're not done yet. So here's the tokens. If you guys want to take a look at this, I've covered this in previous shows, but here you see here we got the illustrator, the PSA 10 illustrator, that was like 200 days after all the other stuff when it should have been already minted, wasn't minted. Oopsie doopsie. What's the point of your platform if you're not following through with any of that stuff? Now, even juicier, we have, wait, we gotta go back to this. Dennis here. My God, this is, talk about keeping it in the family. Dennis, who was named the chief financial officer. Well, guess what? Dennis's niece is Liana. So Dennis's niece, Amin's wife. We got Ryan's trophy girl. What are we doing here, guys? Are we just making up positions and giving them to anyone that can accept money within your families? Is that what's going on here? Maybe Ryan doesn't want to give anything to his dad, so he didn't have him on there. You should have given some to your dad, Ryan. If you're gonna, maybe your dad's an honest guy. Seems like he has an honest paving business that you worked for. Maybe he wants to do it the honest way. But regardless, we have the advisory committee here. So again, we know Karn, a lot of people on that advisory committee. Now, whether or not these people invested money, we got Logan's manager, we got Buster, who does a very good job at pretending to do social media things. A lot of it doesn't hit. Buster's social media presence is just like, it looks almost exactly like Liquid Marketplaces. Like there's little to no interaction. Basically doesn't even exist. But again, like how many of these people were getting money from Liquid Marketplace? You have to wonder. You really have to wonder. And if that wasn't bad enough, let's take a look at Eric Falzone. Yes, at least now we're dealing with the same last name, so we can, determine whether we have family members or not. And yes, they were finance and accounting intern. Liquid Marketplace, May 2022 to November 2022 for 7 months. Sick, nasty. Holy crap. Are any of the employees real? Did anything go on there that was even reminiscent of what was supposed to go on there? The more I look at this thing, the worse it gets. Okay, just a few more things that we got to touch on here before we get into the fun part, which is the spending, and then we're going to get into why Rattle thinks that the PSA 10 Illustrator was not sold, and some little indicators that he's probably very right. All right, so first off, we had the website go down for about 4 days. They hadn't posted in months on Instagram or anywhere else. Apparently, they stopped paying everyone, according to Shine. Shine said that he stopped getting paid. People started getting paid. People left. People didn't get paid. People were out on the street. But no, they're not ready to call it quits yet. Even though the website was down for 4 days, I thought that was the end of it. It was gone. She gone. We got attention users. Sorry. We're working on it. I thought this was the death of the website, that it would never come back. But now we have, again, after months of dead silence, we have this chat system that they announce here. Who is asking for a chat system? Also, what is this camera quality? Jesus Christ. Like, it looks like they have a chroma key on, but they don't. Did they have to get rid of the office and they're pretending that they're there? That was a little weird. All right, I didn't notice that last time I watched it, but yeah, the user marketplace. So what are we dealing with here? Who asked for a chat system? There's no users. Who the fuck are you gonna chat with? Jesus Christ. All right, then we got some sick, nasty United States Securities and Exchange Commission Form D Oh my goodness, what is going on here? So you would think that a company that has a claim against it, I guess I should probably shift this over like so. A company that has a claim against it, like a Liquid Marketplace does, would not be able to receive more funding until they deal with that. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Again, not a lawyer, not providing legal advice, but I'm pretty sure you have to disclose to any new investors if there's pending lawsuits. And what we have here is a big old total offering amount of 5 million USD. Total amount sold, 524,980 USD. What is going on here, guys? What is going on here? So, what's the date on this bad boy? 8/17. Down at the bottom. I guess I can shrink this down so you guys can see that. 8/17. You probably won't be able to see that when I shrink it down, but I promise you, it is 8/17. My God, how? Who is putting more money into this and why? Please stop putting money into this. Please stop. Please, someone stop this. God damn it, it's bad. We need to take a look at this real quick, but before we do, can we play the clip of Ryan saying that $20,000 was a lot of money and it could go towards salaries in the company, and it was important to have that money laying around before we get into all this juicy stuff?
No, this is purchased by me with my
Okay, it
funds.
was personally purchased by you.
Yep,
Okay.
personal
So
purchase.
are
yeah.
you selling it to the company for the box break, or are you just
No, so I'm
donating it
I'm
to the
taking,
business?
you know, yeah, exactly. I mean, this is my company. This is my baby. I put aside
Okay.
a very successful business to focus on this full time. Whether I put my money into one business or another, it doesn't matter. I mean, this is my company.
Mhm.
Like, no, the box is not sold to Liquid Marketplace. Liquid Marketplace is making money off of this. I spent, $30,000 on the box,
Okay.
and now I'm selling it for $22,000, and those funds are going into Liquid.
Okay.
So it's, in a sense, a donation, if you want to call it that, sure. But I mean, I think this is just a cost of doing business. If I'm the CEO, if I'm a co-founder, and this is my baby, is $22,000 really the end of the world to help promote a business that I believe in? No.
Mhm. Yeah. And is that like a substantial amount that can be reinvested into the business, like comparatively to like the amount that's been sold or coming in?
So I mean, what do you think? $22,000 is a large
Yeah,
sum of money.
it's a lot of money,
That
but
can be used to fund salaries for several months. That can be used for marketing campaigns in October when we believe the market sentiment will shift a bit. I mean, that's funds that can be used in a much better way than just sitting on my dresser. And if we can bring in more users and kind of bring awareness to what Liquid Marketplace is while doing that, I don't see the harm in that.
all right, for context here, we gotta bring up the fact that Ryan did not have money before Liquid Marketplace, at least not the money that he's spending at this point in time. We have here a review that mentions his name directly. This was for his father's business, and that was at least in the second half of 2020. So right before Liquid Marketplace, this big boy, big baller spender, he's paving alleyways, he's paving driveways, he's paving little paths and stuff like that. So when he said that he was in construction and stuff like that, yes, he was probably there putting pylons down and giving people a quote. So he's there hands-on. So this is not like big baller status here, at least not from what I can tell. Not what we're gonna get a look at here in the least. So we have the Baja Industries. So he was working for his dad, then he started his own company. I don't know exactly, like his own company, and the website currently cannot be reached, is not functional, because I assume that once you started getting all that investment dollars in from Liquid Marketplace, you don't have to work anymore. You don't have to do this stuff. You don't need to work on your old project here. You can see here he did like a cute little garden. Nice. He did a little cute little paved garden. But essentially, this, I guess, stemmed off his dad's stuff. I don't know whether or not this was just connected right into his dad's stuff. Maybe it was for contract reasons to have a separate business for that reason. We have one Google review of 5 stars. Again, it doesn't even look like a real business. It's opened as a business. The website doesn't function. I mean, his dad's website is pretty bad too. But that's just, we can blame that on him being an old man. Now, yes, website doesn't work. First up, we have the BMW. Oh my God, we're getting into spending, guys. So, he was doing the construction, aka paving driveways and small lots for his dad. Very cute. I'm sure he's making some money, but everyone I've talked to has confirmed that he didn't have this much. He wasn't wearing what he is now, jet setting, and seemingly constantly on vacation, designer clothes, 2 trophy girls, $1,500 shoes, and $50,000 watches. Again, people sometimes lie about the value of some of that stuff, so if you told somebody it was $50,000, he might have been lying. So first up here, we have this BMW M3 in Isle of Man green, manual transmission, rare panda interior. Bought this bad boy right around the time that the first big amount of money from startup came in. How convenient is that? Who would have thought? It doesn't seem like a great vehicle for paving driveways. Maybe you should have got a pickup truck or something. Maybe a used one, so then you're not worried about scuffing it up when you're throwing your shovels and your rakes and shit into the back of it. Not so practical. Not so practical for that. Also, probably not all that practical when you're in Canada. It snows here. Hate to inform you. So if you guys want a better look at the vehicle, this is kind of what we're looking at here. And yes, in terms of pricing, we're looking at somewhere around $140,000. Now, this is not his car, so this is just to get an estimate of what it would have cost. And yes, he probably paid extra for the rare panda interior and the manual transmission and the Isle of Man green. It's not maybe not a standard color. I don't know that much about BMWs, but it seems very specific, and it seems like some expensive add-ons that might have happened. Now, second up, you might say, okay, Rattle, like he's a CEO. He needs a cool car to drive around. How is he supposed to pick up his ladies? How is he supposed to go to business meetings in an embarrassing pickup truck that he can do his paving stuff with? Well, you know what? I don't know the answer to that, but the answer is definitely not to buy a Porsche SUV, because here we go. We got the Porsche SUV. Here's a better, I guess, is it a crossover? SUV? Crossover? What we want to call it? This is it here. There's a better view of it. Again, they didn't take any really good pictures of it, but here's the interior. Here's the exterior. Next to a red building. Here is trophy wife number 2, who is very out of focus. Ryan, did you take this photo? Because if you did, you might want to get checked out. You're shaking a little bit. This is out of focus. But here's the SUV in the background. Now, you might say, what could be better than a BMW M3 in Isle of Man green, manual transmission rare panda interior, and a Porsche SUV? How about a matching Porsche Carrera 911? Holy moly. My God, this guy is balling. Liquid Marketplace must be doing really well. Really, really well. So let's get on through here. My God, his trophy girls, my God, they're lucky. They have bouquets nonstop every day, all day. And she gets to come on down to the Porsche Center downtown Toronto, where you can pick up a brand new 911 and pose with it. Because why not? I don't know, but thank you, trophy girls, for always posting everything in existence. It is much appreciated. You're doing your best here to help me out with finding all of these purchases that shouldn't have been made by a company that is failing, by a company that is very much it's a shell of what they're claiming it is at every single point. And again, let's take a look at the price. I didn't price out the SUV. Maybe you guys can do that for me. But here we got the Cabriolet, the Coupe, 158, 173. There's probably extra options on there because you can't settle for just the base model, right? Not to mention the fact that there's probably some other kind of awesome ways to put some more price on that bad boy. So if that wasn't enough, we got company outings. We got the business trips. They're not vacations, guys. Do not call them vacations. And yes, you do have to take private jets to Puerto Rico with the gang. Multiple trips to Puerto Rico with the gang. You got to go hang out with Logan. You got to hang out with Sean. You got to have him in there. You got to have your t-shirt on when you're sitting in the hot tub with your feet in there. Why not? So, oh my goodness. All right, let's get through here. So again, we've seen some of this in the previous video where they are always on the private jets. And again, there's Shine's dude. We got a Min kind of reaching. I think that's a Min reaching over. Is that a Min reaching over? That's a Min reaching over. We got a Min's leg here. Very cool. Again, they didn't want to say that it was Liquid Marketplace that was chartering this stuff. But from anything I've heard, everything to do with Liquid Marketplace, they're spending this. This is the sweet deal perks that they were given to the people that were there. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? And then, of course, yes, and we got the fake case linked up. We got Shine there. We got, again, they don't do a very good job of hiding the other people that are in these shots. I guess there's not that much space, so you gotta make sure that you're, you know, if he didn't have his ball cap on his knee here, maybe it would have been harder to identify. If they didn't take multiple pictures on the same plane with the same background with the same wall, it might be a little bit harder to tell that Ryan was on the same plane with the case that he said that he knew was fake from the beginning, because Karn advised him, his advisor that he was paying, advised him that it was fake. Again, I just personally think that they all knew it was fake from the beginning, but you know what? Yeah, maybe they're just a bunch of liars, and it's conveniently leads me to believe that. Regardless, here they are. Here's the gang. We got the white sneakers down at the bottom. We got them all hanging out. We got Ryan hanging out with Logan Paul at his compound. We got a whole trip in between to Italy. I don't know if Liquid Marketplace paid for this, but it wouldn't surprise me if they did, because if they're out here acquiring some cards for the platform, maybe a PSA 9 Illustrator, maybe a PSA 10 Illustrator, maybe all those trips, all that stuff associated with stuff that's going to end up on the platform, maybe the stuff with the fake case just sitting around on the beach hanging out, because why not? Get it there on the beach, get on in there. And then also with the Jamil and the Jacob flights, I would find it very, very hard to believe. I would be astounded if they paid for this. Like, we got a dude, this dude is not, did you see how excited? These dudes got the hardest chubs they've ever chubbed in their entire life by getting on this plane. They were so excited. They were G-balling for days. And again, you got to take pictures of it. We got the square to determine that, yes, that is Card Kahuna. That is his body shape. He is a almost square shape in the mid-region. And then we have Pokaju, again, on the plane with Shine, who Shine is supposed to hate his guts at this moment, and he's only bringing him. He's not bringing him because he's part of Liquid Marketplace, and he's still secretly part of Liquid Marketplace. He's bringing him because he's got a first edition base box that they need to use to compare to the G.I. Joe cards. And then you got Pokaju, Flex Dog in this same flight. Again, you got to take your flight photos. And now, Liquid Marketplace is all there. We got him in there. We got Pokaju there. We got Logan there. We got Shine there. Again, this is another flight that would blow my absolute mind if this wasn't paid for by Liquid Marketplace. Because guess what? This is pretty much just a Liquid Marketplace meeting, hanging out with Steve from BBCE. Oopsie doopsie. We know that the contents are fake. We got to open it up. We can't put it on the platform now, guys. What will we do? And again, Pokaju, Liquid Marketplace. Now, here's where we start spending real money. You thought sports cars were expensive. This might be more expensive than the sports car. So we got a giant diamond ring on. This is Trophy Girl number 2. She's not getting a salary from Liquid Marketplace, as far as I can tell. If she is, she's not listed on the website. And maybe they're doing that for design. Maybe she just gets paid in diamond rings and Porsche 911s. That is a big ass ring. Shine took a look at that bad boy, said that it probably cost $400,000. Another person had mentioned to me that it's probably like $200,000 based on Shine's description of the ring. But yes, we had Ryan out shopping for engagement rings, and this is weird. So is he dumping money onto the trophy fiance? Is that like a good way to take investor funds or take funds from the company and pump it somewhere else so that they can't be retrieved when it closes down and then people can't? Is that what's going on here? That's kind of what I'm seeing that's going on here. It's a little weird. You didn't even have time to get over your last trophy girl, and now this new trophy girl is getting a ring and a Porsche 911. Surely Katerina, is that her name? Katerina? She's probably very upset. And oh my goodness, what are we with this? The Ritz-Carlton? Oh my goodness! Again, vacations to the max. You got to be going on vacations. You got the nice little comment here from Ryan on that photo that says, "What an incredible woman," with 3 likes on it. We got, "Hi, I'm Chris in Toronto." Very cool. Here down in Miami, we got "Woman of my dreams," says Ryan. And we got a couple of mouthy smileys in return. We got Punta Cana. Oh my goodness, what in the vacation mother flipper? They were just down in New York as well. So like, there's a lot of vacationing going on. There's a lot of vacation going on. So we had constant trips with these trophy girls to New York, Dubai, Maldives, restaurants, clubs, resulting in something like a $10,000 expense in terms of like company outings. They go out to eat. I think his favorite restaurant is called the Blue Boner or Blue Blood, something like that, something with blue and erections. But yes, what it would blow your mind, right? If this guy was claiming that he needed the money, that the company needed the money, that the company was struggling, it's because of the market, but at the same time is just absolutely dumping money faster than anyone should ever dump money. And now accepting more funding so he can probably dump some more money. Like, I don't, where's the money coming from, Ryan? Where's it coming from? Is it investor money? I don't even think it can be possibly like people that are buying tokens, because there weren't that many people. I mean, there were a lot of people, but not relative to what it was required, right? All right, Chris, again, more flowers. What is this, Valentine's Day? Very cool. We got some very designer shit going on here. Tiffany & Co. Oh my God, what a spoiled trophy girl. Now, shout out to Katarina, the old trophy girl. Yes, we gotta pay respect. She did accept a lot of money. She's got a what is this, like, the shoes were part of a birthday package, birthday gift set. What the fuck is a birthday gift set? Jesus Christ. Balloons to the max. I mean, maybe he blew them all up by himself. Maybe hopefully he rented those numbers. Regardless here, again, vacations. We're on the you gotta have vacations. When you have a trophy girl, you gotta get the expensive clothing. And this nice little purse right here that he's got on him. No, that is not a satchel. That is definitely a purse. He's got his watch. He's blinging out. He's got his gold chain. Very cool. And again, you gotta go on vacations. You gotta keep these ladies happy. These are expensive ladies, and you need to keep them happy. All right, let's get into some very damning evidence about why I think that the PSA 10 Illustrator, that was almost certainly a replacement for the fake case, because you can't sell a fake case anymore, so now they need a separate item. And yes, this is the same PSA 10 Illustrator that was in a pizza box. I'll leave a link to that down below if you'd like to see the origin of this bad boy. Essentially, if you don't want to go check that out, it was a PSA 9. Over and over and over again. It was like $5 to $10 to regrade it at the time, because PSA didn't give a shit about Pokemon. Woohoo! It was a 9 a bunch of times. It eventually got a 10. It doesn't deserve the 10. And there's a ton of hilarious photos of it hanging out in a pizza box and a Papa John's box with the little hot pepper. You know, the hot pepper that's always left over and no one wants to eat it. That one. So this sale, I would bet my wiener baby supreme that this thing never sold. The tokens never sold out on this bad boy. There's almost no way. Here we got a little conversation with Shine where he says that none of the higher priced items that he provided for the platform could sell. Only the smaller ones did. And now, if you can't sell the bigger ones, how in the world do you think that you're gonna sell this record sale on this PSA 10 that he went to Guinness for, to say like, oh, look at this, look how big dick, how expensive this bad boy was, largest sale in history? No, it's bullshit. It wasn't the largest sale in history. It was like a series of trades and other crap that we can't even see the receipts on. Full of shit. Guinness is full of shit. Logan's full of shit. Liquid Marketplace, full of shit. Now let's listen into. I think this is the most important part here. The biggest thing that leads me to believe, or leads me to, I guess, is the biggest here red flag that this stuff is not selling out. Let's hear Shine talk about how he doesn't use the platform, that he's never really been on the site, and surely that's going to be an important part. Right? Let's just listen to the clip.
I didn't even know he was taken off the website.
Yeah, he was taken off the website, and then I brought it up in a video, and then
you know how many times I've looked at that website? Maybe one time my entire ever. Like I didn't put a lot of energy into it. Like after the beginning, when the cards got taken down, I fucking gave up.
Yeah,
you know,
the website is pretty much it's kind of a joke. Like a lot of the employees, even after the employees weren't there anymore, were still listed on the website. I know what you're saying. Rattle, why does that matter? What are we looking at? What are we doing here? What's it matter? Shine doesn't want to use the platform. No one wants to use the platform. It's useless, right? Well, it's also very telling about what's going on here, because you see here, there's a nice little thing that they added, a nice little feature that Liquid Marketplace added to the website, which is XP. That ranks up your badge, that gives you a nice little score next to your name on these leaderboards that are in there. So when Logan and Shine are essentially not using, well, Shine for sure, I would imagine that Logan also, like Logan doesn't give a shit, isn't looking at any of the stuff, is trying to, you know, I warned him, I sent him messages, he doesn't care. He either doesn't care because he doesn't want to know, which is, I guess, the most likely thing. He doesn't want to know about any of this stuff, because then he can't be like, oopsie doopsie, it was bad actors. Ryan was a bad actor. Again, Ryan's going to turn into the new Jacob. Mark my word. Here it is. It's coming in. We're going to have a scapegoat. We're going to have some people that made some money off of this and are just going to walk. They're going to pretend that it isn't a thing. They're going to go start another project. They're going to go be part of some other project that they're going to pump in the beginning. They're going to get a payout, and they're going to fuck all of their viewers and their users and whatever else. It's the same shit. It's the same rodeo. Again, Ryan didn't want to talk about all the stuff with the previous pump and dumps. He was threatening to hang up the call on me. But yeah, that's why. Because it was the same thing. Or very close to the same thing. Same premise, different platform, different pitch. Now, Rattle, stay on track. We have XP. So you can only get XP by buying and selling. And you get a weird number. You get 22.5 XP per dollar spent on buy fees. You get 7.5 XP per dollar spent on sell fees. So anyone that's got a ton of XP, surely they must be just pumping the pound. They got to be buying, they got to be selling, they got to be doing all of that stuff. And that's what we're going to look at here. So you notice here something very, very suspicious is the fact that we have Shine with a fucking metric wiener load, 3.7 million XP. How does that happen? How? If he doesn't, he's only been to the website once. He never uses it. Can't be bothered with it because it sucks, and he knows that it sucks. But he has the third most XP on the platform. That's a little bit of a concerning factor. You know what else is concerning? Remember how we looked at the juiciness that is the XP and the way that it's given out per dollar spent, and it's like weird numbers? What are the odds that all of these accounts that are all associated at the top here all end in 0? Again, you're getting like 0.5 XPs, and these all end in 0 or several zeros, almost as if a bunch of the tokens were dumped onto those accounts. You know, the ones that aren't going to cash them out, aren't going to do anything with them from that PSA 10 illustrator. But they just kind of dumped. You notice a lot of them have the same numbers too. We have like 99 originals, well, all the same here. And we go like the top 20 is just all zeros at the end, and all like giant numbers that are just like, essentially you'd have to be using the platform, buying, selling, trading, whatever you're doing. I just buy and selling constantly in order to hit these numbers. But then also to make sure that they're all zeros at the end is basically impossible. Again, we're getting into another statistics class here with Rattle. For them to all be zeros with this 22.5 and 7.5 XP per dollar buy and sell, like the amount that would have to go behind that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Like, clearly they were just dumping the tokens onto this. We had Avix say before that tokens were held back, right? So like, tokens are held back. Are they just pumped onto these accounts? These accounts that are associated. We got like a Min, we got Ryan with the same amount of XP. Like, your XP system is exposing the fact that you're just putting the tokens onto these accounts. And don't tell me that you bought them. You're full of shit if you say that. You don't believe in the platform. No one does. We have Shine just straight up saying that he doesn't use it, and he's right up there at the top. Which I believe him that he doesn't use it, because, I mean, I wouldn't use it either. But, and again, it's all the ones at the top here. Now, that being said, once we get down into the real ones here, you notice that, you know, maybe it can end in a 0, but the vast majority of them are like just random numbers, because that's how the XP is given out in random denominations. So how is that exactly? And then we got the top 100 monthly. Look at the pathetic amount of XP. You're telling me that Shine, who doesn't use the website, has 3.7 million XP. And look at this crap. That's just, I don't believe it. I think this whole thing, I think it's all a fraud. I think the items are never selling out. I think the case was supposed to go on there. I think Ryan is spending investor money. And I think you screwed not only the users, but I think you screwed the investors even harder. Because if you're spending that money on vacations and everything else, instead of legitimately trying to run a platform, that's what it looks like to me. And everything is a lie. The social media is a lie. The fact that you don't have anyone showing up to anything is... You can't hide any of this. Like, it's a shell that's just meant to suck in money so Ryan can afford his expensive women. You guys seem to like the call from the previous video at the end there, the little cliffhanger. That was a nice one, wasn't it? So we're gonna do that again. It won't be a cliffhanger, but I just thought it was a couple of very hilarious calls. So you see here recently, Shine said that Ryan wanted to talk to me, or would talk to me. He was talking to Ryan. Ryan was letting on that he would talk to me. So I gave him a call. I gave him a call at, I think it was like 10, somewhere between 10 and 11 p.m. his time. And then I called him again at midnight his time, and this was how that went down.
Hello, Ryan speaking.
Hey Ryan, how's it going? It's the boogeyman. What's up?
I'm sorry, it's midnight. Do you have no like self-respect?
No, I don't.
Okay, give me a call tomorrow. Thanks.
You want to talk tomorrow? So yes, that was pretty much how I was expecting the call to go. He'll be like let on that it was too late. It was not professional of me. How dare I call him that late at night? I'm such an inconsiderate person. But at the same time, if him and the others at Liquid Marketplace are gonna call me the Liquid Marketplace boogeyman, shouldn't I be allowed to call at midnight? Shouldn't it be? Maybe I should have called later than that. I think boogeyman hours are something like between 2 and 3 a.m. If I remember correctly. So that was a little bit weird. It was to be expected. He doesn't want Ryan. There's no way Ryan wants to talk to me, but it doesn't matter. We're going to call him back right here the next day to see if he would like to chat. That way he doesn't have any excuse at this point in time. Here that is.
Ryan speaking.
Hey Ryan, how's it going?
Good. Hey Michael, how are you?
Good. You get a good sleep?
I'm perfectly fine. If you have any questions or you want to know something, just please shoot me an email or send us an email at the support email. I think you have it, support@liquidmarketplace.io. And if we deem that to be appropriate, we will get back to you.
Okay. Shine told me that you were okay with talking to me, so I figured we try that instead. As expected, Ryan does not want to talk to me. I will absolutely destroy him if he even remotely tries to speak with me. He won't be able to speak with me. I'm going to have so many questions that he won't be able to answer. I'm going to ask him all of them. We don't softball here on the Rattle Pokemon channel. Thanks guys for tuning in. Thanks for being part of this. Thanks for sharing the video. This is an important one. I really hope that people, at least most people, can get their money back. Most of their money back. The investors, the shady stuff needs to stop. Yes, and when it crosses into the Pokemon realm of things, I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to absolutely take you down. I'm going to take you out. I'm going to expose every single piece of this nonsense. If you stayed in the sports card world, maybe I don't touch on it. You get into Pokemon, you start fucking people over. That's when I show up. Boogeyman. Join the Discord. See you guys next time. Love you. Bye.